Coming up, Pelosi steps down as Speaker of the House. And later, CAN Bus launches a new app for riders.
Number 4 Iowa stunned by unranked Kansas State.
The frosty streak continues in Iowa City.
This is DITV News at 8:30. Good morning. We are live on the DailyIowan.com and KRUI 89.7 FM. I'm Abigail Curtin. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi announced yesterday that she will be stepping down from her role. She's the first and only woman to have served as Speaker of the House and has held this position for 2 decades.
And with great confidence in our caucus, I will not seek re-election to Democratic leadership in the next Congress. For me, the hours come for a new generation to lead the Democratic caucus that I so deeply respect.
She announced she would continue her work in the House as a California lawmaker, and these announcements came after Republicans have taken control of the House after the midterm election. House Democrats will vote November 30th for the next Speaker of the House. It's currently predicted that the House Democrats will select New York Representative Hakeem Jeffries. CAN Bus is now offering an on-demand service with a new mobile app. CAN Bus is now an app available for free on iPhone and Android devices that will allow riders to request rides, provide estimated times of arrival, and trip notifications. The on-demand shuttle is only offered in limited service areas and has limited hours, and it's free to the public to pick up and drop off at any existing CAN Bus stops. The app launched last Monday and is now available with plans to add Bionic bus services to the app in early 2023. The Iowa City Police Department is adding a new number to their squad cars. This new edition will feature the 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline. This edition aims to make this number as accessible and as memorable as 911.
Especially this time of year around the holidays, it's tough for people. And I think it's good timing that we can get that out there, get the number in front of people. So if they are struggling during this time of year, they'll have an option to speak with someone directly.
The Iowa City Police Department is one of the earlier agencies to highlight the 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline, and this comes in response as Johnson County has a higher rate of suicides throughout the state. The 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline can be called when talking to a counselor is better than talking to law enforcement or receiving medical attention. Tiana, snow has been coming down for the past couple of days. Can we expect it to continue?
Yep. Well, Abigail, this winter wonderland is here to stay for a while, but the snow will take a break and the cold will remain. Right now, I'm live on campus and it is currently 20 degrees and cloudy. We can expect a high of 24 degrees today as we approach the night. I suggest we triple our layers to prepare for a freezing low of 17 degrees. Try not to get blown away as strong winds are headed our way tomorrow, where we'll see gusts of winds at 22 miles per hour and a high of 23 degrees. And as fall break continues here in Iowa City, the sun will return on Sunday, but that does not mean hang up your coats. The wind will continue to be a factor these upcoming days, with gusts being between 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures will slowly rise throughout the week, despite the clouds becoming more common. On Thanksgiving, we can expect a winter mix of snow and rain along with our cranberry sauce and turkey. A meteor shower is due to light up the sky across the world this weekend. Abigail, I'll send it to you for more.
Thanks, Tiana. The Leonid meteor shower will produce a late November light show for the world to see. While the shower began last night, the meteors will continue to pass by Earth through December 2nd. The shower takes place roughly every 33 years and is known as one of the best ones around. At the storm's peak, observers can see between 10 and 15 meteors per hour. While you may miss them as you travel, an astounding 44 miles per hour. The brighter ones will leave streaks in the sky that remain visible for several minutes after one passes. Earlier this month, 4 former University of Iowa students successfully won a case after their landlord withdrew security deposits from them. In light of this, the Student Legal Services at the University of Iowa are bringing awareness to their service for students. The free service to students provides legal advice or questions students may have. With 2 full-time attorneys, they also offer representation for a variety of cases, all in confidentiality.
Don't realize that our services are confidential because we work at the university. But because I'm a licensed attorney, as is Alyssa Pomponio, the other attorney in our office, attorney-client privilege still applies.
Including landlord and tenant issues, criminal defense, small claims courts, along with name changes and civil rights cases. Elkins also strongly encourages students who have any questions or concerns on a legal matter to reach out to their office. Looking to fly home for fall or winter break? University Student Government has partnered with Animan Concierge Services to help students get to the Cedar Rapids Airport. This service works to help students have efficient and low-cost airport shuttle pickups and drop-offs. Reservations for the shuttle must be made 24 hours before the service, and there's a $10 fee for the service to be picked up from anywhere in Iowa City in a 30-minute interval. The service has departures starting today until next Thursday. Taylor Swift announced her first tour in almost 5 years earlier this month, and on Tuesday, the first round of pre-sale tickets opened up. Swift's fans are now furious with Ticketmaster after the website crashed due to a historic demand. Ticketmaster now says that Swift broke a record on Tuesday with the most ever sold tickets for an artist in a single day, selling 2 million tickets. Ticketmaster has now postponed the general ticket sales, which were originally planned to open up today. They have yet to announce when these tickets will be available for sale. Now let's toss it over to DITV Sports with Ethan Brander.
Thanks, Abigail. Unranked Kansas State upset number 4 Iowa last night, 84-83, to hand the Hawkeyes their first loss of the season. Iowa went into the locker room up only 47-43 on the Wildcats, turning the ball over 6 times. Kansas State then took over in the second half, outscoring the Hawkeyes 41-36 to come away with a stunning victory. Caitlin Clark had her second double-double of the season, putting up 27 points and 10 rebounds, but was carried off the court after the last play of the game, where she appeared to have rolled her ankle. She did end up coming back out of the locker room to shake hands with the Kansas State players and appeared to be walking just fine, but no word on her condition just yet. Iowa will look to rebound when they host Belmont at Carver Hawkeye Arena this Sunday at 2 p.m. And the Iowa Hawkeyes are getting ready to travel all the way to Minneapolis to take on the Gophers. DITV Sports Director Michael Merrick breaks down the battle for the Floyd of Rosedale.
This week, the Iowa Hawkeyes take on a heated rival, the Minnesota Gophers. And Coach Ferentz is currently 5-0 against current Gopher head coach P.J. Fleck. But this year, there's much more faith in Minneapolis than in years past.
Well, the fans, under PJ Fleck era, I've never seen fans more confident. You know, the Iowa week is always the toughest week of our schedule. So we're always prepared, but people are very, unlike other years, they're kind of happy-go-lucky.
Our players know how important this game is. Iowa's players know how important this game is. I mean, that's a rivalry. That's what it's all about. I mean, you don't have to tell them at all about what this means to our program, what this means to our state. And this is why you come to the University of Minnesota, playing games like this.
And Minnesota has the right to feel confident when they have a running back as talented as Mohamed Ibrahim. Currently, Ibrahim leads the entire nation in rushing touchdowns and ranks 5th in the nation in rushing yards. Plus, he has ran for over 100 yards in 18 straight appearances, dating all the way back to 2019 season. It's clear that the key to slowing down the Gophers is in stopping their all-time back.
We've got people who, have set all types of records, like Mohamed Ibrahim here, who could go down as the greatest running back, arguably ever. One in, Minnesota, and then arguably one of the best ever in the Big Ten.
I think he's a very, very good patient runner, and he has the ability to put his foot in the ground and go vertical as good as anybody that we faced.
He's been our entire offense this year. He's kind of like Adrian Peterson on those Vikings teams where he just carried the team on his back offensively.
You have to defend him every play, and you got to defend him till the whistle blows. He's just tough, hard-nosed. He's a really veteran player. Got a lot of respect for him. The guy's a winner.
Be sure to check out the rest of Michael's weekly segment before the kickoff on the Daily Iron website and YouTube page. And the Iowa men's basketball team is undefeated after their win over Seton Hall on Wednesday. The Hawks started the game down 10-3, but managed to claw their way back to win 83-67. The Hawks took care of business when given the free opportunity, going 28 of 33 on free throws. Murray also showed that family greatness, putting up 29 points and 11 rebounds to give him his first double-double of the season.
Never rattles. He just plays. You know, you can get physical with him. You can rotate guys with him. He's just going to keep doing what he does. He can go off the bounce. He can make threes.
They'll have to move to 4-0 when they next take the court against Nebraska Omaha on Monday. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. at Carver Hawkeye Arena. And it's that time of year. Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and the Iowa football team is currently still in season. DITV sports reporter Sarah Gala tells us how this team will be celebrating this important holiday.
Thanksgiving is always my favorite holiday. You get to always see family that might not live near you or around you, and just get a day to relax and be with the people who you care about.
With a huge game against Nebraska next week on Friday, this team unfortunately does not have the opportunity to go home to be with their loved ones. Although this team is a family and will be having a Thanksgiving meal with one another.
You know, they make a nice meal for us here.
We'll all get together in the All-American room, just hang out, have a good time.
Staying in contact and reaching out to those important in their life is another way these Hawkeyes will be celebrating.
I'll FaceTime the family. I'll reach out to some of the people in my life who have impacted me and give them thanks.
Players that have family members that live in town or family members that are going to be coming to Iowa City are definitely going to take the opportunity to cherish this holiday together.
My parents live in Iowa City, so I'll head over there too and say what's up to them.
I'll have some family coming down, so maybe be able to grab some food with them.
With the Minnesota game this week and the Nebraska game the following, getting 2 victories would complete Thanksgiving for this team. Be sure to tune back in to hear how both games go. From Kinnick Stadium, I'm Sarah Gala, DITV Sports.
Iowa Wrestling travels to New York for 3 duels this weekend. They started off on the right foot on Thursday, defeating Army 28-13. The Hawkeyes trailed 9-3 through the first 3 weight classes, but they came storming back with major decisions from Max Murin, Kobe Seibrecht, Patrick Kennedy, and Jacob Warner. And the number 4 ranked heavyweight in the country, Tony Cassiope, closed out the match with a 10. The Hawks will compete in the Arm Bar at the Armory event and will face Sacred Heart at 5:30 and Buffalo at 7:30. Sacred Heart is currently on a 4-meet losing streak, including 3 meets where they did not receive a single point. Meanwhile, Buffalo is 2-3 on the season so far and are coming off a victory against Long Island University. Iowa will look to improve to 4-0 tonight and continue their early hot streak. And yesterday, the University of Iowa and Iowa State signed an agreement to continue the legendary Cy-Hawk series through the 2027 season. The 2 teams have played each other every year since the series was reinstated in 1977, with the exception of the 2020 season due to the pandemic. The Hawks currently lead the rivalry 46-23, but lost the Cy-Hawk trophy earlier this season. Before the loss, the Hawkeyes possessed the trophy for 6 straight seasons. Next year, they will travel to Ames in hopes of getting back into a winning streak and bringing back the Cy-Hawk trophy to Iowa City. Come back in 2 weeks to catch up on everything Hawkeye sports. Back to you, Abigail.
Thanks, Ethan. Singer Billy Ray Cyrus has recently announced his engagement to a 34-year-old Australian singer, Fire Rose. Earlier this year, Billy Ray Cyrus divorced his wife of 28 years, Tish Cyrus, in April. Billy and Tish share 5 children, including pop star Miley Cyrus. Cyrus claims that Fire Rose was there for him through the entirety of the divorce and helped him through the hard times. The 2 first met each other 12 years ago on the hit Disney Channel show Hannah Montana. Fire Rose and Cyrus have worked together on multiple songs such as New Day and their recent release, a single titled Time. Thank you for tuning in to DITV News and listening to KRUI 89.7 FM. Be sure to head over to thedailyiowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday, and check out more of our content on thedailyiowan.com/DITV. For DITV News, I'm Abigail Curtin. Have a great day and a safe fall break.